reason you're seeing what you're seeing is I'm bored. So I'm gonna do the normal meet recap, answer your questions. The usual recap that I do, but I'm gonna play games at the same time. Specifically, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. If you comment, I will see your comment and I will respond promptly. But in the meantime, I'm gonna just do a little talk over how the meet went. I was playing this game, which I played so many times now, but fresh in my head. So, the England national meet was my first proper, I guess you could say, national meet ever. I mean, yeah, I've been to Bucks, yeah, I've been to 123 British champs, but this was the first meet that I went to where I actually, where I actually need a qualification standard for, and I hit the qualification standard. Where are you seeing me from? Hey. Well, yeah, it's the first time because we had it happen in, I think it was early July, where we was trying to qualify for the 200. We failed. Well, not 100, sorry. We failed. And then we qualified for the 200 at the very start of the season. It's going to annoy me. We qualified for the 200 at the very start of the season with my, 2219, I believe it was, at BFTTA, which was... Okay then, let's play. Which is quite cool. But... the outcome wasn't exactly what I was expecting. Yo, Alan Ayomar, don't expect this to be a normal thing, because I play games, I love games, got free planners, but I'm not sure if I'm actually do this again. I just thought you guys might be bored of what do you call it, the usual live streams where it's just waffle, essentially. You guys comment something, then I'll respond, and back and forth. I thought it'd be more interesting if I did something more entertaining. I love games. If you're an athlete, chances are you love games as well. If you're watching my channel, chances are I hope you love games. I love games. So, much more entertaining thing to see than what would usually be doing, which is me, my face, talking to you, responding about stuff. Though I'm still going to respond about stuff. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So we qualified for the 2, didn't qualify for the 1, went to Stratford's, tried to qualify for the 1, didn't succeed. Is that video out already? If it isn't, it's not. I haven't even edited it properly. Spoilers yet. Whoops. Didn't qualify for the 1. That's the first time I've done that. And then we went to England Nationals for the 2. And we actually wasn't that bad of an experience. So you guys haven't seen them. You guys haven't seen them. It's really hard to talk and do this at the same time. I'm just gonna kill them all. What do you call it? I had an interesting first experience. I didn't even need to got this up. If that's what you want to say. I'm gonna die. I can't believe this. I can't die. I can't die. No. I can't die. I can't die. I can't die. There's gotta be a bush somewhere. So yeah, we was in Heat 4, I think. Yeah, Heat 4. And I was in lane 4, I believe. Lane 4. So, at most championship meets, I'm not in lane 4. I'm in lane, 8, 9, 1, 2, depending on how they do it. So this is really weird, because I already knew, once I saw the lane draws, we were going to run fast because the lane I get the most PBs in, if it's not 4, it's 3. So I was expecting speed to begin with from the heats, and I'd been in Birmingham by that point for about, what, 3 days? Technically 2.5. So I didn't really, my legs were fresh. I didn't do the 100s like the day or two before, so my legs were fresh. My muscles weren't, what do you call it? Ow. My legs weren't weren't compressed from the coach. What, a day before? I'm sorry. I responded a sec. I don't normally play this, but oh, you mean with your friend who doesn't watch my channel? A few people approached me. I think it was about 3. I'm not including your friend if that is the right person. So I'm assuming that was you. Cool to meet you. It's cool to meet everyone, really. I love meeting you guys. I've realized this year specifically that there is a wide range of subscribers, or at least viewers, to my channel, which I think that's cool. You know, we're all trying to get to the same place, different events sometimes. Most people that watch my channel, I think, do sprints. I mean, that would make the most amount of sense. But yeah, it was cool meeting you. I hope you did good in your event. I actually don't remember I don't think I even asked you what event you was doing. What event was you doing? Ouch, it's gonna hurt. Yeah, of course they shot me. Of course they shot me. Why do you just come down and find me like a big man? All of you, so just shooting me in the back. It's actually so annoying. How did that? What the hell? I didn't mean to shoot you. My bad, bro. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. It's gonna happen again. I know it for a fact. It's gonna happen again. What was that my story? So, yeah. Lane 4. Oh, shit. Yeah, it would feel that nice when it happens to you, does it? Yeah. I think that was the guy that killed me before, in fairness. Lane 4. During my warm-up, I actually felt quite good, in all fairness. Trying to think about some specifics about the warm-up itself. He's gabbing. I remember that warm-up was really long. I came at 9, so I could help Christabel with her warm-up. And because I usually start warming up 2 hours before my meet, so at 11. I actually don't do that anymore. I've realized that I need about an hour and 30 minutes to warm up, because when I warm up any earlier than that, I'm ready with like 30 at least minutes. So when I'm the most ready for my meet, I've still got to wait for another 30 minutes. And I think the warm up isn't just physical, it's also mental. So I'm going through the physical motions and I'm mentally psyching myself up for the meet. And when I'm at my most primed to run, now you're telling me I've got to wait for another 30 minutes, so I'm not coming to my meets a bit later than I normally would, just so that I can be physically ready for the meet when I'm actually mentally still ready to actually run fast, because it just doesn't make sense otherwise. But yeah, I'm not trying to push, like, spreading out my warm-up because of that. Still worked out in the end. I wanted to do some work. I don't think I've been recording my block starts on the day, which is rare. I rarely ever do that. But they weren't the best. I was dragging my toes, scraping the floor just because I could. And I was like, I mean, we're powerful, but not very effective. And that might come back to bite me. And it didn't, actually. It didn't. Because in the actual heats, whilst I was doing stuff like that in the warm-up, I kind of warmed up, well, actually competed slightly different to how I was in the warm-up. So I did a practice block, well, I was setting up blocks, and that was my best block start on the day. How did I not kill myself? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I'm actually an idiot. Okay, let's get out of here. But yeah, that was the best block start I did on the day. And I was like, oh wow, if I just do that one more time, I'll set myself up well for the race so we can actually run fast. Didn't. It was like a mesh of the previous block starts I was doing in warm-up. And I tried to repeat what I did like the one before. It wasn't all bad, but it wasn't all great either. And then I think like fourth or fifth step, started cycling a bit too much, too early, not enough force into the ground. These guys were running like, if not mid-21s, low 21s, or one guy, I think, one or two were running 20. I believe the gold and silver medalists overall were in my race. The silver, did he even get silver? I'm not even sure, but he should have won the whole thing. But one guy was running 20.9, he was in lane 2. He got that same lane in the finals. I know he was not happy about that. Then the guy who won overall, I think he was in lane 5 or 6. Correct me if I'm wrong, lane 5 or 6. He got a flyer. Like, everyone was leaving me behind from the start. I was with him for like 30 meters. Like, they were pulling away quick. But I was with him for 30 meters, which was quite good. But after that, they started to pull away, and I'm like, well, what do I do now? So now I have to rely on the, what do you call it? The bends and the straights to try and catch up. There was 7 people, I think, in my race. And by the time we got to about 90 meters, I was at the very back. Like, if you watch the race, or if you watch the race in person on live stream, you would see it's kind of like I'm not even in the race at all. And then I go onto the straight, and I always do, I always catch up. But the difference here is, let's skip this because who cares? These guys are all mid to low 21s, some are 20s. So it's obviously going to be really difficult for me to keep up with these guys. Like, usually when I'm in a race against someone that runs anything 22, they'll leave me behind-ish to a degree. But when we go into the straight, it looks like we're in like a completely different race. Like, they're like, I don't know what they're doing. Then you got me well up ahead, so that's cool. I need to lock in. Give me a sec. I skip this. Let me skip this. I want to skip this. I don't care. Whatever. But yeah, usually in a 22 seconds race, like athletes, they might pass me on the bend. Not by much, but they might. But when we get to the straight, I'll start doing my work and I'll pull up head in front. That's what happened in my season opener. Everyone was running 22s. They left me out the first 100, though in all fairness I wasn't running that well. And then I clawed my way through for the final 101, even though I started the bend in last place. But that's not really going to run when I'm going up against people that are running 22s and 20s. So yeah, I only managed to go from 7th place to 5th, which in all fairness, against athletes like what I was going up against, that's a good outcome. I did jump good. That's a good outcome, but it's not the best. It's not the best because what do you call? Yeah, I managed to catch up to them slightly, showing that my top end has improved. for splits, by the way, we did a 10.5 for some of 5. I think it was some of 5.9, something like that, for the final 100. And I've only ever done a 10.5, I want to say 3 times in any of my 200 meter races. So that's quite good, considering I've never done any 10.5 before that. I can actually give you the races where I did my 10.5s. Last season at Woking, 21.83, I did a 10.5 on the straight. My 21.83 race this season, 10.5 again. And then this race, 10.5. So the overall, what do you call it? The overall time that I got was 22:01. It wasn't like great, but it also wasn't that bad either. It was in the right time. We made a lot of mistakes though, is the only thing. So, I've already talked a bit about the fact that I made a bit of mistakes, but if we go over the whole race, we've already done a bit about this, what do you call it, the initial block start, but around the bend, I wasn't positioned properly to get the job done well, and then as we got onto the straight, I started to panic, so I transitioned off the bend, not best. I would say maybe a 6 out of 10. So it really wasn't the best thing I could do. Usually I come off the bend right, and then I have a lot to give on the straight. I hit top end at about 130 meters. Ah, die sealed. Where do I go now? I hit top end at about 30 meters. No, 130 meters. Held it to about 150. And that's when I got, what is that? That's when I got to the 5th position. The only issue that I had from there was the fact that I've given my top end. I have nothing left to give. I want to win the race, or at least, get through to the semis. So my form started to break down. It wasn't because I couldn't hold my form. In my best races, I can hold my form. My eyes will go red out of sheer concentration I can do to make sure that my technique holds. But I wouldn't really say I panicked, but I'd say I was more like overstimulated because I just wanted to qualify to the semis. I didn't get the job done. With the 22:05, I ended up just missing the semis qualification spot. The person who got it ran 21:96, and there was no one in between him or me. So if that person, say they tripped out of the blocks design, they would have done maybe like a 22:02, and then I would have been the one in the semis, not them. Not that I'm too fussed about not making it into the semis, because whilst yes, I did want to be in the semis, on the day I don't know, something was telling me no. And then when I actually went to race, it says I ran into a 1.8 wind. That wasn't the case. It was a crosswind. So it says it was a positive 1.8, but when I got onto that got almost off the bend onto the straight, I promise you now, that was not positive wind. I felt, to put in perspective, the wind that I felt was eerily similar to the wind that I felt when I was at Bucks for the 200 outdoors. It was just so heavy, and it just came out of nowhere, and it kind of slowed me down because I'm like, well, I want to keep going. I'm about to hit my top end, and it's like the wind's just like, oh yeah, no, you're not. You're gonna hit your top end, but you're gonna do it a bit more around the straight. And I'm like, well, that's really cool, isn't it? But yeah, it was an alright experience, I guess. Didn't do exactly what I wanted to do, but I can't really be too upset about the whole thing because whilst I didn't put it off how I would have wanted to, for my first nationals, real nationals meet, it wasn't an underperformance. It was only we were less than point 0.2 away from my PB, and I'm really happy with that. Based off of how I ran the race and the level of power and the technique, because my technique has changed drastically from when I originally ran my 21.8. If I did things right, if I did things right, we would have, and when I say would have, I mean it, we would have, not just broke my PB, but qualified to the semis. Based off the training that I was doing that week and the week before, estimates put me at about, a 21.5, maybe a 21.6 if I underperformed, and that's a good turnout. It's a good turnout, but we didn't end up getting that done today, and that's fine. I mean, Sunday, and that's fine because I've only ever run 21 once, and with everything that happens, we ran my second fastest 200 time, 22:01. I don't care what anyone says. I did that into a headwind. Yeah, if anyone says positive, no, that was a headwind. You can talk to your mom or whoever about what happened there. That was a headwind. So with that as a focus, it's like rather good. That was definitely not a tailwind. I felt nothing pushing me forwards at any point in that race. So if anyone ever says, yeah, that was a good wind, tailwind, or Javon, you should have run faster than that, I should have run faster than that. That is a truth. But the wind definitely did its best to make sure that didn't happen. Birmingham, though, I know from just knowledge, I can't say experience, but from knowledge, is a very windy place. Very windy. To compete at Alexander Stadium, it's very windy. Like, I believe the meet was at Alexander Stadium last year as well, and you've seen people run into like -2, -3. Maybe for the 100, the wind was nice, but for the 200, that was not a nice wind. It was not very nice. So probably did rob me of about at least a tenth of a second. I made mistakes elsewhere, but probably robbed me about a tenth of a second of what I could have given, which is annoying, but these things, they happen. And that's part of the reason why my next meet, I will not be doing a 400, though I promise, I'm a man of my word, you will be seeing me do a 400 again. I'm going to do a 1 and a 2. So I was already planning on doing a 1, no surprise there, but let me give you an explanation on why I'm doing 200 instead of the 4. So for the 2, based off of how we ran at Birmingham, there is a solid chance that when I go to compete at Bromley, I PB. I think my last PB last season was it was at Eltham, my home track. But Bromley has been known to give me some really fast times when I go to compete there. For example, last season, my season opening meet, I didn't try too hard to get the job done, was at Bromley. Oh, no. It was at Bromley. Why am I making mistakes? So considering the fact that I was at Bromley, chances are you put me there again, I'll do well. I mean, it wouldn't be that surprising. But I know Bromley's track really well. The first track I ever competed in London was Bromley, where I did an 800. I didn't do very well there, but that was the first track I ever competed in London. I would say my first competition, because my first one was in Ashford. But yeah, so if I go Bromley, I know I can run fast. Bromley last season also held my 100 PB. So my PB is 1118 at the time, but last season I ran 1119 into, I think it was a 1.9 win. And that will convert us to 11-1. So I'm comfortable on the track. It's just, can I be comfortable on the track doing both events? I don't think I've done well doing both events on that track before. So we'll see what we can do. But the 400 will be done indoors, probably at London Games. I've already got it down the timetable. If you haven't seen the timetable, check my community tab. It's up there in the community tab. But yeah, I do plan to do a 400, but I think my estimates is it's fast travel. For the 100, I need to see what do you call it? I need to finally see a sub 11, and it needs to be legal because with how fast I can run in 100 on 200, sorry. My improved technique in the 200s, which dictates I should be able to drop 21 mid. It makes no sense to see my PB stuck at 11 flat. And I haven't run 11 flat since my season opener. I've been running fast as I've ran since my season opener, and I guess Kent Counties was 1106, I believe. And my technique has changed in all parts of the 100 quite drastically from there, but I just haven't been able to put the pieces together. So it's the final shot I'm going to give myself. Proof that I could have qualified, but I made stupid mistakes. So I want to just do it, run sub 11, so that when we get to next season, the focus isn't, okay, Javon, we need to break 11 today. The focus is, okay, Javon, we need to run. If I run like a 10-9 at Bromley, I want the focus to be me running 10-8. 10-8 should already be possible. Should already be doing that. I should actually be going much faster than 10-8, but I want to go to the meet and just clear up all these misunderstandings the track, like tracks in general, seem to have with me and the 100. In all fairness, people like to say I'm better at the 200 than I am at the 100, but I know for a fact I'm actually better at the 100 than I am for the 200. Technically, when I line things up well, technically, you will see a better performance in the 100 than you ever will from the 200. If you see a good performance in 200, that's not down to good technique in the 200. That's just down to me having a lot of like high foot speed from the 100, crossing it over to the 200, and then right now anyway, I can run a decent enough bend, so I won't lose much speed when we get onto this to the straight. Might have a bit more to give, and then you just see something stupid. That's generally how the 200 has always gone, and that's probably how the 200 will continue to go. But I'm very quick at picking up the technique required for the 100. Yeah, we're stuck at 11 flat. That makes no sense. And what the hell does that make sense? So I want to remedy that. I want to rectify that. I want to say it, and when I do that, you're going to see something fast from me. Ouch. I knew that was going to come. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Good. When you see a sub 11, and it's a fast one, don't be surprised. Because I'm predicting, I haven't done one of these in a while, but I'm predicting to kill you. I'm predicting, I want to say, so Harry 2. No, I'm joking. I think there's a mental barrier. Physically, we can easily get the job done. Proof of that is at 21.83. The fact that I run a 22.01 into a headwind. I don't care. If I was to calculate my non-win time, I would make that a minus 1.5 maybe. minus 1.5, not a plus 1.8, because that made no sense. But I'd say I've done like 221s. I don't care. I've done 221s. So realistically, based off of that, a 10.8 high should be plausible. But again, these mental barriers are still there. So I would say put me down for like a 10.9.6. I think a 10.9.6 isn't crazy. Based off of just the things in my way to running the time. Because again, physically we can easily run the time, but the real issue is, I don't know, maybe mentally I don't think I'm ready to pull it off. So when I do go to try and run, I miss that. When I do go to try and run fast hundreds, things don't happen. Like maybe the block start was too bad and I came up too high, or I transitioned poorly, or we just didn't hit top end. I can't believe I'm saying that, but there are times I just don't hit my top end. Like a good example of that was Stratford. You haven't seen the meet yet, well, I'll spoil. Season's done. I'm sure you guys can check my power of 10. It's not that surprising, but the first round, I ran 11.06 again, and I was gaining. Oh no. I was gaining on a 10.7 guy. I went from, it's actually a beautiful race to watch. I went from at the very back to being at the pretty much at the very front. Like if that 10.7 guy didn't exist, you could easily say I was in my own league myself. Like it was stupid. I didn't know allow. It was disgusting what I did to these guys. But yeah, we went really from the back to the front, hit my top end just to start. It did not align itself with what it needed to align itself with. So when I came to the next round, I was like, okay, forget the top end. Let's focus on the start, making sure the start's good. Didn't really get on the start by much, but we did improve it by a decent amount. And then I go for the round, like, okay, 10.9, 10.9, 10.9. Has to be 10.9 flats. I go to race, and lo and behold, 11.09. I got slower. I think that might have just been because in that race, chances are I probably hit my highest top end ever. The start was that bad. Well, I was flying. I think I need to check, actually. I think the next video out tomorrow. Whoops, I was already there. I'm gonna kill them. Let's see, focus. I think the next video that I release will actually be Stratford. I think. No one hit me, no one hit me, don't 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 hit me. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. No. My next video will be the preparing for Stratford, the video after that. So a week from now, you're going to see the video on Stratford, and you'll see that I definitely hit the top end required to break 11. I've never moved like that before that race, excluding training. So what I was doing there technically was sound, but the start wasn't the best. Like, if you watch the start in both races, so the first race, can't really high. That's great, that's trash. And then in the second race, I twitch and blocked, everyone leaves me. So I'm the last one to leave, and then things go south. So officially, I was supposed to, I would say, break 11 at Stratford, but we just, I don't know. Just didn't happen. So we need to make sure it does happen. Bromley. It means quite late. I think the 100's at 7 something. It's on the 4th of August. So if anyone wants to, whoopsie, I'm moving slow. If anyone wants to like compete there, this probably is one of the faster tracks in London that you have easy access to. I say go. The meet closes on the 2nd of August, I think. So, I mean, we still got time. Today's the 29th. Still got time. Whoops. Locked in, I'm locked in. course. Stop. Don't. Turn. But yeah, for the 100, if I was moving perfectly, I would say we're gonna run a 10-6. But we're not moving perfectly. Maybe like trash at the moment. Because I've learned a lot this season, technically, and the latter half of my season has been me trying to put all of this together. But the issue is, I don't have the coordination to get it done at high speed. I can do it for you slowly. Like if you check my Instagram, I have a video of me running 100, the 2-point, and in that I take 46 steps. I think the least amount of steps I've ever taken in 100s in a race is 48. So 46, if you speed that up, that would give me a 10. I don't know exactly what the stats I was using to prove that, but based off the strength I had and the slowest frequency I've ever had in a real race, if I repeated that, I think we would run about 10.59, 10.58. So clearly, my body can do it. It just can't do it fast yet, which is just so weird. I mean, it makes sense, but it's just so weird because I can't do it fast. Fair enough, but I can't even do it slightly fast. Come on, like what? The only way you can get me to do it is by sacrificing some other part of my race. Like we can sacrifice the start for the end or the end for the start. You got Stratford and Wells to show each corresponding part of that. Yeah. When I try to merge the two together, my body just says, okay, so you want to do this, but I don't want to. So you're going to suffer. And it still does not make sense to me why this happens, but hey, we move. But yeah, I'm going to rectify the whole season that happened at Bromley. I've got, what? Today's Tuesday, so 6 days. I've got 6 days to get that done. My birthday is on Friday, which is cool. So I want my birthday wish to be double PBs in my final meet of the season. I want to go 21-9. No, sorry. No, definitely not 29-9. I want to go 10-9 and 21-7. So I know I could definitely do 21-7. 21-7 at least. The 1 and the 2. And just get this all played up. Because I'm definitely faster than what we've been giving. So let's show that. I'm not going to be training in between now and Romney. I haven't trained since Nationals. I came back only yesterday. So when I go to Bromley, we're going to be going on not just fresh legs, but kind of like worn out legs in a sense. Because just did Nationals. I'm going to try to do everything I can to recover to the best of my ability. I still need to unpack. When I've unpacked, take out the leg massager, use that 2 to 3 times per day. Not too much, because apparently it does something to you if you do too much. I'm going to take my creatine from my phosphate stores, I think is how you say it, so that when we go to compete at Bromley, there is as little excuses I can give for why I don't get the job done. Because again, it makes no sense why I can't get the job done. I mean, I'm definitely not slow. If I was slow, fair enough, we could just say I'm just talking and move on. But some of the times I drop, the way I move in some of my races, you could see I can do it, but we're just not doing it. So we need to make sure we do. Just so you know, guys, whilst I am playing games, if you do comment something, I will see it and respond. Still respond. I can still see what's going on. Finally, cool. I might do this again. This is really entertaining. At least for me. I don't know about you guys. It's really insane for me. Because this is me playing Black Flag after how many years on my PS5. So I played it so much time on my PS3, but this is my first time playing my PS5. I'm just trying to complete the trophies. One thing about me is I love Assassin's Creed, the old stuff. I don't count the new stuff as Assassin's Creed. So on my PS5, I did a few things, which was complete the entire Ezio trilogy. I'm still working on Revelations. It's kind of a hard play for me. I don't really like the game too much, but complete the Ezio trilogy, and the first ever Assassin's Creed game I got was AC2. So I also made sure I platinumed the game. And I'm considering doing the same thing with Black Flag, but the whole multiplayer stuff made me not want to do it, because who plays multiplayer on Assassin's Creed? I mean, what? That's just stupid. So it might not happen, but yeah, if you guys have anything you want to ask me or say,
What's your feeling? I'll make no secret of wanting
say it,
British brought to heel.
and I will respond. It'll show up on my screen. I don't know if it'll show up with you guys on my screen, but it shows up on my screen right now, so I can see it. Plus, I've also got the live stream on app, so I'll see it there too. I think the next thing I'm going to do is apologize. I'm going to be apologizing because of the 4. I remember the poll where I said I was going to do a 400, and I really was. Like, generally, it was. I have a comment talking a bit about it, but generally, I was going to do a 400 at Bromley, and I even had it in my basket with the 1. I was going to do a 400. I was like, I'm going to make my final 200 in England Athletics, and then I'm going to go do the 4 at Bromley with the 1. We're going to break my 100 PB, break my 400 PB easily, and then we're going to call it a day. That's the season done. We're going to pack up shop, go home, not think about track for at least a month, and then yeah, that 200 happened. 200 happened. I realized we could go faster, and I said, I'm gonna go faster. And the last shot I had to do that was Bromley. So I decided I was going to go Bromley already, and I was going to do the 2. And the reason why I'm not going to do the 400 as well, there's a few, but I narrow it down to about 2 main reasons why we're only going to be doing the 1 and the 2 instead of the 1, 2, and 4. So 2021, when I was a 400 meter athlete still, I used to do the 400, and at the latter half of the season, oh no, that's not good. That's Man of War, isn't it? That's Man of War. To get ripped apart. I didn't want to show you guys this. I had to get ripped apart. I'm not going this way. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna go this way then. It's annoying. I could beat the ship. You know what I mean? Don't get twisted, but I can't beat the ship and talk at the same time. I need to really, really focus if I want to deal with Man of War. But yeah, first reason why I'm not doing the 400 is because of 2021, that half of my season, I think it's my club chairman, I guess you could say. So he put me in 1, the 2, and the 4 quite often, and he'd also throw me into a 4x1 or 4x4 sometimes. And it wasn't all too crazy, like I could get the job done. But the issue is, I think he did it in August. And in August, I run my slowest, not my slowest time, but I don't run too fast in August because it's really hot and I tend to warm up hard. I've kind of regulated a bit better now, so it's not too bad. But whilst I'm dealing with that, I'm trying to warm up, getting hot, struggling, go to the 1. I think who did I run? I think I might have run my PB. That might have been 12.2. If not, if it was around there. Actually, must have been my PB. So we ran 12.2. Then went to do the 400. Probably dropped 58. Don't know. Don't care. Then for the 200, probably dropped to 24. It was either 24.4, 24.8. One of the two. I don't remember. I don't care enough to remember either. By that point, I'm dead, I'm dying, I want to cry. I don't want to be here anymore. But you know what? I can't leave, can I? I don't want to do this. Can I leave? Of course I can't. Of course I can't. Stop. Oh, stop. My tricks aren't working. That thing's gonna hit me. Me behind the face. Let's get this out. Oh, go away. You don't want to do this. We can be friends. Be friends. Thank you. Still hurt, but at least we're friends. I missed. But yeah. Anyway, that's what I was saying. So I've done the 400, done final bend 200 now, and I'm like, okay, cool. We've done this. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home. And then my chairman gets a smart idea to put me in the 4x1. I do it. I get the job done. I think I was in. Let me think. What deck was I? I was. What deck was I? That's a good question, actually. It must have been third. I think I was third leg. Because I remember talking to some of the guys as we were waiting for the stick. I would think I was anchor. I want to be an anchor. I think about it, when I do relays, I'm either anchor or third leg. I don't think I've ever done any other legs other than that. I call, but yeah, I think I was third leg. And I'm stressing. I get it done. I think we're like near the back. I was running 12 seconds at the point. I had some quite fast guys in my relay, but I mean, I can only give so much. What do you want from me? What do you expect? Am I looking down? Why am I looking down? See, there's only so much I can give. I get it done though, and then what do you call it? We move on to the 4x4. I tell them I'm dead. I can't do anymore. I can't give you anything else. I've given you everything my body can give. I can't give you any more. And I'm still putting. They asked me. I give what I can. I actually thought I ran quite far because I was tired. I think I dropped a 60-something second time in that 400. Something I never understood is why people always say, in the relay, I tend to give my faster times than in the, than in a real open 400. I have the exact opposite experience. You put me in an open 400, you will never get a 60-second time out of me. No way. But the second you put me in that relay, the fastest time getting from me is a 58. I never understood why. I don't know if I'm the weird one or everyone else is the weird one. I never really like relays. That might be part of the reason. Like, people like to say they can always give more in a relay. That was never the case for me. I'll always give you less in a relay. I'll just do enough to get us through to the end. I never give everything on a relay. Unless it's 4x1. 4x1, I just give everything and then get the job done and over with. But 4x4, there could be a massive gap on me. We're talking like 20-30 meters. I'm a mid 50 seconds guy. What do you want me to do? So I'm trying to get on the track. I'm gonna get on the track, pass it on to the next person, and die. So that's exactly what I did. Pass it on to the next person. I did a whole spin and just collapsed on the grass. The officials told me to move, but I was too tired. I couldn't even breathe. So they eventually just told me not to move, because if I moved, I'd interfere with the electronic timing, because I was right next to the timing system. So yeah, after that, when it came to why you jump on me, man? I'd like to kill all of you guys now. But after that, I was never put into a stupid relay again without my permission. We got a bigger group, so it didn't really matter anymore. But I was never put into a relay in that regard again, because yes, I can give you a lot, but just because I can give you a lot doesn't mean you want me to give you everything I have. Because that was proof. Like, I died. I genuinely died giving all of that. That was 5 races, in all fairness. So yeah, sure, it wasn't as much as what we're asking for Bromley, but I know what it's like to give a lot from a 1, a 2, and a 4. I was running on E by the time we got to the relays. So based off of that, I already know if you put me in 1 and 2 and a 4, I won't do that well. It's not like it's the end of the world. I'm still going to be able to perform alright, but it's not going to be the best performance. So I decided, okay, based off of that, you won't catch me in a what do you call it? A relay after having done 3 events. If you catch me in a relay, I done 2 events and called it quits. But for the 400, I won't do it because I'm not going to do that to myself. You see a drop off in time after I've PB'd, maybe just ran 100 in fact, and I do a 200 after that. So imagine what you'd expect from me if I've done a 1, then a 4, then a 2. So the 100 is going to be the best thing I can give all day. That's probably going to be the best thing you see. Then the 400, anything 54 is a W, I guess. It's PB. But then for the 200, I want to run a 21 mid. How are you going to see me run a 21 mid? After a 1, if things go well, a 1 PB, a 4 PB, and I want to see me do a 2 PB, and I want it to be 21 mid. I might be able to give you a 22 1, let alone a 21-5. It's just not happening. So based off of that, I was like, yeah. Everyone wants to see me run a 40-something. And based off my times, 40-something is easily doable. So if you want to see that happen, then it makes more sense just to wait. I had a choice. Do the 2 or do the 4. I chose the 2. It is, you could say in a sense, my main event. So between my main event and an event you guys want me to do for my last meet, where I've just got this itch. I chose to scratch that itch. If I don't PB, then fair enough. We messed up. I should have just done it and go off and done it. But the thing is, I already have it down, like planned into my training, my season, next year, that I'm going to be doing 400s. I'm only going to be doing 2 400s, mind you. I'm going to do 1 400 indoors and 1 400 outdoors. Where is that? What? Oh, it's over there. 1 400 indoors and outdoors. Well, I don't want to give that extra bit right now. Because there's still a decent amount more. Still a bit more, I should say, that I want to give from the 1 and 2. This 100 is bugging me. I need to fix that. My hope is we go to Bromley and we don't repeat 2023, where 2023 we failed to get to nationals in 100. That time was under 20. So, for under 20, I only need to run 11 flat. So yeah, if I was under 20, I could have gone to nationals this time, but I'm not. So for under 20, I only need to run 11 flat. Went to Stratford, around 11:06 into like a +3, which meant my best performance of the day. Sorry, my best performance all year. Even with an illegal win, couldn't qualify me for nationals. I'm only consider the fact that in May, I ran a 10.8 with a 2.2 wind. I mean, I can easily break 11, apparently. So why haven't I? Maybe I need to go to Ashford, because I ran that time in Ashford. Ashford gives me a lot of PBs, I've noticed that. When the wind's good anyway. And my 400 PB, that was Kent Schools, Ashford. That 10.8, Kent Champs, Ashford. What else? I don't think it's giving me any 200 PBs, but I've had some flying 200s on the bend. So based off of that, I mean, that's what seems like a good enough place to be decent enough, friendly enough, cool enough. I'm not doing any main missions. So if I could go to Ashford, pull it off, I'd be happy. But I'm not going to Ashford. I'm going to Bromley. Ashford is I think it's a week after Bromley. I think it's on like the 17th or something. The reason why I say a week is Bromley's the 4th of August, but it's at the start of the week, so it's still like a week and a few. It's a week and a few days, but it's still like a week away. If you talk straightforward 7 days, otherwise. So I could have gone. I thought about it, but I didn't want to go because first off, I'm broke. Which is the second reason why I'm not doing 400. I'm broke. I have enough money for one event. I'm paying for 2 anyway. So if I paid for 3, it just wouldn't be possible. Based off of that, you gotta give me like some grace. I'm gonna do the 4. Just wait. Let's see. Just wait 6 more months. 6 more months. What is this? What am I looking at? Whoa! 98 metal? Damn. Come here. I need to kill you. What? I know the trick. Watch this. Yeah. Oh, no. I'm gonna die. Why have you got so much health? Thank you. What made him think I couldn't do this? Being like a red. Sorry. Yes, I didn't. Okay. Size. See if I can get that achievement. I need to kill 5 people. Ah, it's annoying. Sometimes these buttons don't work because I do something and it doesn't do what I'm doing. Like right now, see, I'm pressing X. Now I've gone somewhere else. There's literally no one there. I'm pressing X square. Here, repeat. I'm game sometimes. Okay. It's a job well done. Now I've got a bunch of tiny boats. Little boats to deal with. What should I do? Should I take this? Or do I send it away? Should I repair myself? Send it to my fleet. I'm gonna send it to my fleet. Clutch. I might make a poll asking you guys what you think I'll run a Bromley. I'm not doing the 1 though. Every single time I do the 1, when I have to edit a video, I was looking at the disappointment. Why didn't I do that time? Because I could have done that time. So I'm probably going to do 2 if I do. To do a poll. We'll see. We'll see. Why aren't they reacting? I mean, I'm not complaining. Back we go.
Catch the wind. May I laugh on the floor? Come on.
I'm actually kind of impressed with what happened at Nationals. In a sense, we managed to sell whilst not selling allowance. I let this sink in. My first England Nationals. I show up. And not only do I fail to qualify for semis, which by itself isn't that shocking. In all fairness, I mean, the meet, it wasn't as crazy as it was last year. In previous years, like, last year we had people running, like, loads. I'd say, for the 100, under 20s was actually, for maybe both events, under 20 was more oppressive than the seniors was. I don't know where everyone was. Maybe they're just, like, trying to keep fresh legs for British champs. Came out from I don't even know where everyone was. This year's been really messy, trying to keep up with where people are. But yeah, bad meet in a sense.
¿Puedo ayudarlo con algo?
But we failed to get into the semis. And if say 30, I think it was 34. 34 people got into the semis. I was 35th. What are the chances? So I almost did it. Just not to do it. I really don't know how to feel about that. I feel good and bad. I don't know why. I don't know how I did that. How did I do that? I'm actually really impressed looking back. How did I pull that off? That's genuinely really impressive. I get that. I get that. There you go. Oh, I get that. Do you know what? Yeah, let me get this. It's so expensive. I'm going to be crying later on.
Muy satisfactorio.
Wait a minute. Did I just do it? I think I just did.
¿Necesita algo?
You're joking with me. Okay, good.
Quizá en otro momento.
This island, by the way, is trash. And the design of it is trash. I hate it so much. If anyone ever watched One Piece, it reminds me of it's a Water 7. I think it's Water 7. Or like Venice, but worse. Low budget Venice. Or Water 7. I love One Piece, but I think I end up. I think Water 7 almost made me skip One Piece. I almost quit right at the very end. It's crazy. I just couldn't get into the arc. I didn't really like it. It's random, but I want to say that. I didn't really like it. My favorite One Piece arcs was what do you call it? At the time, anyway. I'm not going to include Silent One and stuff like that. Marineford, obviously. I mean, I think that's the case for everyone. Oh. Over there. Where's that? Where is that? Oh, whole other island. Oh. You might as well get the viewpoint once I'm here. It was Marineford and, what was that? The arc where you see Luffy get Gear 2 for the first... Is it the first? Yeah, I think it's the first time where he's trying to save, Robin. What arc is that? I can't remember. I never remember the name of this arc. I don't know why. I never remember. I need to remember. I want to remember. I'm using every morsel of brain I have to try to remember this. It was in Southwood, was it? I can't remember. It was with CP0. No, CP9 at the time, wasn't it? I'm googling it. I just can't remember. Ennia's Lobby. That was it. Ennia's Lobby. Oh, really good art. Good art. I really like that.
Want to be left in peace, my friend?
Sure, take one money. I'll just make it back against chests. I have no money anyway though, so I think we're done. Okay. Would you guys consider my season a success or a failure? I mean, it hasn't ended yet. We still got one more meet after all. But everything major's done now. Like, there's nothing else I'm going to go to. For example, we got 4th for Kent Counties in the 1 and the 2. Just look at that. I got the 1 position you couldn't get a medal in. Twice. Yeah, this is my luck. But yeah, we missed medals twice, which means I will not be selected to go to inter-counties. At the end of the day, I'm not too fast. Inter-counties is I believe it's start September.
There's a small job I'd like to see to some ways from here.
So
Close down, man your seats.
why? Tanuki Raccoon. Why do you think that? Why? I want to why. What is that? You must give me a why. Will not let you leave without why. Doing my 4th place, can't go to inter-counties. It's only gold and silver, first and second. Each event gets to go. So unless someone says I don't want to go, says I want to go, twice I won't get to go. So I was actually speaking to the guy that got bronze for the 200, and he was talking a bit more about it. He also ended this. A lot of people actually ended their season after England nationals. I mean, I don't see why you'd continue unless you go on British champs, and even then, it's not that much of an extension. But a lot of people ended it there because there's not really much left to do, and everything they wanted to do they either did or failed by now because there's not much left you can do. I know I have the ability. I know I can do it. I know I can go sub 11. Like, I mean, with a 2.2 win, or for whatever it was, if I couldn't go sub 11, I would have run a 10.9, not 10.8. So it's possible. And I think I ran an 11.01 on the same day, slowing down. But I think that one might have been the 2.2. I have to check my Power 10. This year hasn't been really a good year for memorizing my Power 10. Usually I know it like off the top of my head. Like I can give you certainties, but not this year. So yeah, I know I can do it. And that was when I was running low 22s in the 200. Now I'm running high 21s. But even still, I mean, it's really messy. Technically, we changed a lot. Power-wise, I would say we were more powerful than we were before. But we changed a lot. Like, if I try to remember all of the changes that I've had over this entire outdoor season to give you an understanding of what's changed. The first thing we changed, I believe it was my foot. So at BOTTA, most of Kent Counties, I was running on the balls of my foot, but it was more toey than it was supposed to be. So during all of that, I was watching how other people who were faster than me were moving, listening to some other coaches and my own coach. One of the few that I was really zeroing in on was Stu McMillan. He was saying land more midfoot, and midfoot in this case to have you landing quite flat-footed. So following that experience, I was like, oh no. Oh, okay. Never mind. Following that, I was like, I can run sub 11 because now I can get more power. Because the issue was a lot of my power was being focused upwards because of how I was landing with my foot, which is why I made the change. Because if you was to compare my races now to my races back then, you would see that there's less upwards bounce, but you can see the force I'm producing actually go forwards now compared to where it was going before, because it was not going forward, it was going more up. So with that change, although it's more slight than although it's more slight than what I would want, it's still much better. And then I think the next change, what was the next change? I'm talking overall, by the way, not for one specific event. But the next change was, what was it? Let me think. Just let me think. What was it? I made a few changes. I think it might have been my start. Didn't see that. Yeah, it was my start. Actually, my start might have been my first change. Yeah, before my foot, we actually did something with my start. So I shifted my hips in sets forwards. No, when I was on your marks, forwards. Held that position in the set so that I could just be in a strong position to push off. We changed how I move out of blocks with my hips a bit more effectively than before. What else did we do? What else did I do? Figured out how to not just load my feet in the blocks, but also better load myself in the... I'm going there. There's a stele in there, isn't it? Well, figure out how to load myself better in the blocks. I'll release myself better, like make myself better position in the blocks. So a lot of years I've been trying to do blocks, but I make a few like really dumb mistakes that I didn't know were mistakes. Like last year, when I was doing blocks, you would see me, I think around now, July, August, you would see me with my shoulder well over the line. And that was a miscommunication between someone my coach brought in to try and clean up my blocks and myself. It kind of worked, but it also kind of didn't. So how did you see me? I'm in the air. It makes no sense. I generally don't care about the 5-1 in Royals. I'll just go again. Must be up there. Wait, what was that? It must be up there. So I'm locked in. Sorry, I'm locked in. No hits. No hits. No hits. There we go. But yeah, we made a few changes in the blocks, and mistakes from last year confused me. But I kind of figured out what he wanted me to do this year, and I kind of merged that into everything that I've learned with my starts. So those got better, and then I think I figured out exactly what he was trying to teach me to do at Wales. But it's been a struggle to kind of replicate that, because I kind of just went off of autopilot. Even now, I don't exactly know what I was doing when I was at Wales. I just moved. I stayed really coiled up in the blocks. And then I just split my arms, pushed. But the hard part was exactly how I pushed out of the blocks. Because initially my thing, I pushed out of the blocks with both feet, really hard, forwards, get my hips up. But I didn't just do that, I did some other stuff. I think I pushed out with one leg, but I loaded with both legs. So whilst I was only pushing out one leg, I still got the load I would have gotten from both legs. It was really weird. I can't exactly describe it very well. But that's kind of what I did. And it worked, but it was really rough. And I've just been trying to chase that like the remainder of the season. I mean, also another thing with my hips, that was probably like the final thing. Everything left that I changed all came down to hip positioning. So, first thing was not to sit when I ran. Not that I sat when I ran much to begin with, but we can't allow even like a minor sit whilst I'm running. Everything, if I'm sitting, it's because this is the most efficient position I can be in, which is it's not going to be a crazy amount of sit. We've been working on trying to make sure my feet don't kick out when I run. What else? Keep the hips up out of the blocks. Keep the hips up for the remainder of the race from there onwards. And then open up my strides. And the final thing that I've been working on was whipping from the hips. So I've been talking a bit about that in my recent races, but not exactly in the right way. Because I've been thinking about it as when you sprint, you need to move. You need to scoop the ice cream. But the way you scoop the ice cream isn't from your feet, it's from your hips. And when I figured that out, I was able to move much better than how I was moving before that. Oh, no. So, that's cool. But yeah, we made a lot of technical changes, more than I usually would have in a season. I think, yeah, more than I normally would have. I made more technical changes in my other seasons before, but they were mainly like, let's say, mainly one technical change, and I really refined that down to the point where I was so good, made it look like I had made more changes than I actually had. A good example of that was 2023, where we went from running like trash to running really, really good. Really good. Well, not really amazing, I'd say, but like, it's like in these, remember this. I wouldn't really call how I ended up running amazing or anything like that, but compared to how I was running like seasons before, we were much more sound than before, and that allowed me to move way better than I ever had up until that point. You know. Yeah. So when it came time for me to compete, we could just go PB after PB after PB. But this season, like last season, it wasn't so much one technical change that we refined down to almost like a sport. It was more like tons. I had to count, I'd probably say you made about 10 changes indoors and outdoors, and that all culminated into a really fast time. Potential. Fast time potential, but we didn't actually get the job done because I haven't really had much time to really play with this much. For example, the last technical change I did, I think I only had about 3 weeks. My sweet spot when it comes to figuring this stuff out is usually 6 minimum. Not like give me 6 and I'll get it done for you, but I can get the rudiments of what you want me to do in about 6 weeks, and we can refine it from there. And I didn't even get that. I think I got like 3 weeks. And based off of that, I can't really figure this out too well because I haven't given myself enough time to coordinate well enough to give you what you'd be expecting me to do. So I would say, whilst the season wasn't an absolute failure, I wouldn't say it was a success. I would say it's like transitory. Like last season at the end where I was running 11.2 and 11.1, and I already knew we can run fast, but we're going to have to wait one more season to show it. And that was supposed to be this season. We still didn't really show it. I mean, yeah, sure, for the 2, but not so much for the 1. I would say my improvements in the 2 were speed endurance.
Good. Another keystone.
Not so much actual like speed improvements. Like, sure, yeah, I did get faster, but I would say the improvements came from being able to hold my speed better, not so much from me just being faster in general. If it was a case where I was just faster in general, then I would be really happy with the season because 21.8, me being faster in general means that, like last season, I would be able to PB by a lot once I'm able to hold that level of speed for longer. I can give you more, show you more, and then we can go. But these things happen. These things happen. I wouldn't really call it, again, I wouldn't really call it a success, but a failure? I mean, wishy-washy on that one. If I'm having a bad day, I might call it a failure. Oh my god. But overall, I don't want to do a recap yet, because we haven't done my final meet, and a lot can change in one race, let alone one meet. So, like, imagine I drop a 21.5 out, and then I still want another 11 something time. I wouldn't be happy with the 11 time, but at the very least, we can say next season there isn't much I need to do if I want to be running low 21s and complete Project 21. Which reminds me, I need to change the playlist to Project 21 Season 1 because we're clearly going to be having a second season of this. Not that I didn't already know that, but I need to clear it up so it's obvious. To get to British Champs, I believe... I'm back. So that's why I got that. What? To get to British Champs, I need a 21.25. So, qualification-wise, I am not that far away. If my times that I'm projecting, that my coach has been projecting, and he's like, he might be wrong right now, but when he says that, give him at least 6 months, and he'll be right. So he's saying I can run a 21.2. I'm no longer gonna be training with him anymore, but I'm gonna follow what he's saying. Try and train myself up to actually be able to run a 21.2. And then if I do that, because I might be able to get that done before the season actually officially starts, then I've already qualified for British Champs, which is crazy. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I could actually qualify for British Champs. So I remember when England National was a focus, like British Champs was I wouldn't even have the standards up because I know I'm not going to be good enough to go. And now, not only do I know the standards, but I'm close to the standards, and me qualifying is a genuine thing that could actually happen. So more Oh, yeah, that's where it spawned from. I'm more focused on trying to make sure that we can actually get this done. Because I would say, whilst my times haven't been the best, when it comes to trying to qualify, have I done this? I have. When it comes to trying to qualify for championships, this has been one of my better seasons. Actually, this has been my best season in regards to that. So I just keep doing this, and if we can make Bromley a good meet, then who knows what we might do for next season. I just put Bromley. The bare minimum in my head is 10.99, and if not a 21 PB, 21. Just so that I can be in a good spot for when it's time for me to, what do you call it, start my next season. We've already got a 6.99 under my belt from indoors. Now we just need to, for indoors, I'd say next season, I want to try to make my 200 time, if not a low 22, a 21, which is crazy because Lee Valley's track for indoors is atrocious. For the 200 anyway. So if I could actually pull that off, that would be a great thing to do. I'm trying to find a Black Jaguar, but I can't. Oh, hold up. I'm trying to find a Black Jaguar, but I can't find one. So that's going to be the focus. But before I can focus on that, the bare minimum that I need to get done is 10.99 and 21.99. As long as I can do that and prove to myself that I'm not only good enough to run a 10-second time, but good enough to make my 21-second time, not a fluke. So I don't want to see a time that kind of reminds me of my 6.99 earlier in the season, then I'm happy.